Wise people learn from their own mistakes. Wiser people learn from the mistakes of others. You now have an opportunity for your dad to say to you, don't do this, because this is typically what's going to happen if you do. But if you do this, this is going to be an accelerator. It's going to be coal or butane on the fire. So it's going to accelerate your success. And all you want to do is accelerate and maximize your success and get clear on what that looks like.
Give my son Max some advice for his future. All right, Mike, give him some advice. So when he watches this, you're like, hey, Max, all right, man, this is from the old school here, man. This is some great, sales information, leadership, accountability, whatever you want to, how you want to coach him in the next, 3 minutes. Give him your best.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you right now, my focus is coaching young adults. So I coach clients, sons and daughters, 20 to 27. So this is, and I prefer that even over the executives, because the amount of knowledge, the amount of things they don't know, we don't know our blind spots. So this is what I'd say, Max, and anyone else listening to this that is not a Max but wants to be successful, I would say this: Max, you're destined to be successful for two reasons. One is your name is Max, not minimal. So you have to take it to the max. Number two is, although it's challenging, don't always listen to a parent. I call it the parent-teacher syndrome. I get that. There's never going to be anyone in your life that cares more about you, your success, and your future than your dad or your mom. So no one. I mean, that's the reality. Some aren't born with that, and I get that. But those that are understand that what we say is only for your best interest. And when you have someone that can back it up with proven business acumen and experience, that's it. So here's what I say. First, listen to your dad, because he only has your best interests at heart, and he's done it. You always want to model someone who's done it. Hey, Max, so here's the advice I would give you. There's no one in your life that is going to have a greater interest in your future, your success, your happiness, your joy, your fulfillment than your mom and dad. And not everyone has that, and I get that. But when you have a parent or parents that not only care to the ends of the earth for you, but also have made it, have done it, that is the perfect role model. Because you're never going to get anyone that cares more, and your dad has done it. And if you watch pro sports, those athletes that are the very best, the veterans, they become all pros. You see the rookie connected with the all pro. What that does, it's called an accelerator. It will accelerate your success and minimize your mistakes. I promise you along the way, this is for everyone, but especially you, Max, everyone is going to have roadblocks, obstacles, and challenges. Life is not a straight line, and it's certainly not an upward line. In fact, it's always going to be a challenge. There's always going to be things that get in your way. So if I were going to give you any advice, and there's lots to give, believe me, it's a podcast is not enough time, but first, believe in yourself. Believe you can do it. Beliefs are where everything starts. Have a growth mindset. A growth mindset means that my DNA, my genetics don't determine how good I'll be at something and how successful I'll be. What determines that is the time, effort, and energy you put into something with the right blueprint, meaning you're following the right path. Because you can put time, energy, and effort in the wrong blueprint and make it go down a rabbit hole and be in the wrong place faster. So if you align yourself with people that are smarter than you, better than you, more talented than you, and you work your butt off, these are the, I don't even call them secrets anymore. They're out there. Okay, so a belief that you can. Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Believe that you can. Number one, no self-limiting beliefs, because they are self-limiting. You made them. You gave meaning to something that really has no meaning. Believe you can do it, number one. Number two, growth mindset. Put the time, energy, and effort. Be persistent and resilient. Mm-hmm. Follow a leader, someone who's already done it. Okay? And that persistence and resilience, understand there's going to be roadblocks. It's your ability to pick yourself up. You don't succeed or fail. You succeed or learn. And believe me, your dad, me, everyone. I've made millions and I've lost millions. So a journey to the top is all uphill. The elevator to success is broken. You got to take the stairs. And sometimes there's going to be problems. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Understand that. And at the end of the day, you just grind it out. Follow someone who's done it. That will be an accelerator, and it will help you avoid some, never all, some of the roadblocks and obstacles along the way. Wise people learn from their own mistakes. Wiser people learn from the mistakes of others. You now have an opportunity for your dad to say to you, don't do this, because this is typically what's going to happen if you do. But if you do this, this is going to be an accelerator. It's going to be coal or or butane on the fire. So it's going to accelerate your success. And all you want to do is accelerate and maximize your success and get clear on what that looks like. And I would say this as a final comment. I learned this from my friend Gerhard Schwantner, the founder of Selling Power Magazine. We're not human doings. We're human beings. So you have to be more before you do more, before you have more. So I want you to understand that order. That's critical. We're human beings, not human doings. We have to be more. What does that look like and sound like? We have to, in order to have more. So be more in order to do more, in order to have more. So to be more, that's the growth mindset. Are you investing time every day in getting better? Reading books or listening to books, as I do with Audible, every day. Top billionaires in the world, Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett. I mean, you can go down the line, Jeff Bezos, they all read every day, and they credit that to their success. They're constantly searching and learning the next best thing on how to advance their life, personally and professionally. So you need to do that every day. I'm on that journey upward.
I love it, man. Awesome. 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 Thank you so much for that. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. I mean, you've been through highs, you've been through lows, man. What can you share with us? Maybe, one of those moments where you felt like you were at the lowest. I mean, was there ever a time where you felt like, oh shit, man, I mean, this is just lost millions. I've had failures. I've had, bad times. Share with all of us, small entrepreneurs, where that was and what that looked like for you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. It was yesterday at 3:00. No, it's. I would say this: you're always going to have moments, sometimes hours, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months of doubt, where you don't have the confidence. I have a couple of podcast shows, also, Daniel, and I have some rock stars. I just had an undrafted 10-year veteran of the NFL. And when you're reaching that pinnacle of success, the best of the best of the best, the top 1%, you say, well, what advice would you have? And he said, confidence. And then the question is, as I always do as a coach, I reverse engineer that. Well, how do you get confidence? Well, you get confidence in a few ways. Success breeds confidence. Take little baby steps and be successful at those baby steps and then bigger steps. So I would say, in my down moments, and I don't remember one, even when I filed bankruptcy, actually that was kind of a good thing because I got rid of a lot of debt, and it was legal. I didn't have to screw anyone, but it allowed me, and I believe in serving and giving back. But you doubt yourself sometimes, and you doubt the confidence that, I was a millionaire before I was 30, and then in my late 40s, early 50s, I invested in other businesses that were mine, and I lost millions. And there's no better investment, I believe, than yourself. And things don't always work out. Henry Ford went bankrupt 3 times. Who knows that? Babe Ruth struck out more than any other baseball player during his era and had the most home runs. Michael Jordan missed more last-second shots than anyone else. I mean, the list goes on, how many people failed and what goes on in their head. Well, I'll tell you a few things you got to do. One is we are a culmination of all our thoughts. So first is thoughts are things. Thoughts are real. And we have 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day in our head, every day. That's 3 full-length movies running through this up here. Every emotion you have, every decision you make, every action you take is based on a thought. It starts with a thought. And of those 50 to 70,000 thoughts, 65% of which, through studies, are negative. And from a negative thought comes a negative emotion, action or lack of action. You don't take an action, cold call, you're going up to someone you should because you're not confident.
If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here.